Super Mario Bros. 3. This needs no introduction. Let's just get started.
Mario! Mario!
Mario! Mario! Mario! Mario! Mario! Mario! Mario! Mario! Mario!
He's back. All you had to do was ask. Super Mario Bros. 3 from Nintendo.
The hype for this one was off the charts. The game was already released in Japan, but took nearly 2 years for it to come out in America. The hype all started before the game was even out with the 1989 film The Wizard. I'm not going to talk in too much detail about the film because I don't own it, but the general basis of the film is that an autistic boy wants to go to California. Along the way, his brother, played by Fred Savage, discovers that Jimmy is very good at playing Nintendo games. Then, at the end of the film, the doors open to reveal Super Mario Bros. 3 for the first time to Western audiences. Yes, it's an innocent little family film in practice, but it's really a 90-minute Nintendo commercial in disguise as a featuring film, as I think everyone has said. But this movie is a very interesting parallel to my own life, and coincidentally enough, involves this game too. And there's no question Super Mario Bros. 3 was a huge success, selling over 17 million copies worldwide. It's the most successful non-bundled NES game. It received a re-release in Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo, and was also remade as Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, why is Mario 3 Super Mario Advance 4 while Mario 2 was the first one? Well, that's because Nintendo decided to flip around the order of their remakes. Mario Bros. 2 was Mario Advance 1, then Super Mario World was Mario Advance 2, then Mario Advance 3 was Yoshi's Island, and then finally Super Mario Advance 4 was Mario Bros. 3. Confusing? Yeah, it is. Don't know why they did it that way. The story of the game is that Bowser has returned and his 7 Koopa kids, well, okay, retcon time. They're not officially his kids anymore, only Bowser Jr. is, who would come much later. Regardless, the Koopalings have invaded Mushroom World and turned the 7 kings into various animals, and it's up to Mario and Luigi to save the day once again. Well, actually, the whole game was recently confirmed to be all stage play by Shigeru Miyamoto himself. You can see that, since the game opens with a curtain pulling up, the platforms are bolted into the stage, and whenever you finish a level, Mario runs off stage. Gameplay-wise, well, what can I say? Super Mario Bros. 3 takes everything that made the first Mario Bros. Great and amps it up to 11. There are 8 worlds, each with their own theme. Grassland, desert, water, everyone's favorite is Giant Land, where all the enemies are giant, Skyland, Iceland, Pipeland, and then Darkland. For the first time, Mario games have an overworld map where you move your character across the map and select the level that you want to play. And in the series' first, 2-player mode is more cooperative than ever. For example, player 1 will play the first level, and then player 2 will play the second level. I find this to be much more preferable than waiting for one player to die. Mario and Luigi once again play exactly the same with no major differences. There are more power-ups and enemies than before. There's the Super Leaf, which turns you into Raccoon Mario, and by charging your P-meter, Mario can fly for a short time using the raccoon tail. He can also hover down by pressing the jump button to lower to decrease your speed while flying. Fire Flowers return, but this time turns you orange, oddly enough. Don't know what's up with that. There's also the Tanuki suit, which functions the same as the Super Leaf, except you can turn into a statue. I don't know what that's about. Then there's the Frog suit, which makes underwater levels a breeze. And then there's the Hammer suit, but this one is really rare, but you can kill anything with it, so here I go, I'm going to... well, damn it. There's also warp whistles, which you can find in various castles. These serve the same purpose as warp pipes. Starman's also returned, but this time Mario does a weird flip whenever he jumps. And then finally there's the Karibo's shoe. Everyone loves this power-up, even though you only get to use it for one level. But who cares? Stomping on people in this foot? It's awesome! What's really great is that you can get these power-ups in Toad houses, which will store these power-ups in your menu. So there might be times where you think, oh, I might need the Fire Flower, so go ahead and break it out. There's also other houses where you can play mini-games to get extra lives, such as this card game and this Match the Pictures game. You can also get extra lives by collecting cards at the end of each level. Any 3 you get will get an extra life, though if you get a matching pair, you'll get many extra lives depending on what you get. Super Mario Bros. 3 also features many new gameplay mechanics. You can now pick up Koopa shells and kick them at other enemies, and there's one part where you have to use the Super Leaf to fly up with a Koopa shell and use it to hit some blocks. Now, how would anyone know how to do that without a guide? There's also slopes in some levels, which let you slide down and take down a bunch of enemies. Haha, that is so satisfying. This game is the first to feature auto-scrolling levels where you must keep ahead of the level. If you don't, you'll end up dying. This typically isn't too big a deal, though in later levels this will get very challenging. Princess Peach sends you items after you beat the castle in each world. Usually this amounts to P-Wings, which are essentially super leaps but with infinite flight. I recommend using these to get past levels that are giving you a hard time. She also sends you clouds, which allow you to skip worlds that are too hard, and music boxes, which put the Hammer Bros on the map to sleep. You have new and old enemies. You have Goombas and Koopa Troopas, and all enemies from Super Mario Bros. 1 returning. There are new enemies such as Boos, ghosts that only come towards you when your back is turned. Apparently Boos were based on Tezuka's wife, who would get very angry at him for working long hours. There's also Big Berthas who appear on underwater levels. Good god, these things are a pain. In addition to Hammer Brothers, who are placed throughout the map, you have Boomerang Brothers and Fire Brothers in any combination. Then there's Chain Chomps. These guys are based on a dog that used to attack Miyamoto as he walked to school. That's gotta be kinda freaky. That must have been one messed up dog. Finally, there's the sun. Yes, the sun. The angriest sun I have ever seen. Good god, what was on their minds? Certain levels contain secret paths that you can take by activating a certain block. There's so much thought put into these levels. Each level feels unique. No level feels repetitive. Finally, we get to the bosses. At the end of each world, you fight a Koopaling. Larry, Morton, Wendy-O, Iggy, Roy, Lemmy, and Ludwig. And they're all very easy. They just shoot projectiles at you, and all you have to do is jump on them 3 times. After you beat them, you get a wand, and Princess Peach will send you an item until you finish World 7. Bowser will taunt you by revealing that he's kidnapped Princess Peach, and now it's up to you to save her. I gotta say, Bowser's a very punctual villain, isn't he? So after traveling through Darkland, or Hell as the angry video game nerd calls it, you finally come to a one-on-one confrontation with the King of Koopas himself. You can't hurt Bowser directly. You have to trick him into destroying the bricks below you. Once you do that, and Bowser will fall to his doom, and you will have rescued Princess Peach once again. Wait, what?! Oh. Well, at least you got a sense of humor, Nintendo.
So that was Super Mario Bros. 3. All in all, this game is very special to me. It was the first game I ever played. My brother and I played this together, and just like Jimmy and the Wizard, my brother is autistic.
Yet no matter how many years have passed, he can still play this game, and he knows where every hidden switch or block is. In a way, we kinda were the Mario Brothers growing up. So that's the true magic of this game. It can appeal to everyone. I guess, in some way, the Wizard was right. Nintendo games can bring families together. So I say for all those who have an autistic family member, teach them things. Let their talents flourish. Thanks for watching, and take care.
Go on. Go.